She's not just talented, she's transforming the game. Caitlin Clark has taken women's basketball to a whole new level, and the biggest names in the NBA are calling it exactly what it is: the Caitlin Clark effect. So join me as I walk you through what NBA legends are saying about the Caitlin Clark effect. The impact is beyond the stats. Do you know that the number of viewers of Game 7 of the 2025 NBA Finals didn't touch the numbers Caitlin Clark pulled for her final game as a college player? Amazing stuff. Even Game 6 of the 2019 NBA Finals, 18.5 million viewers, couldn't outdraw the 2024 NCAA Women's March Madness Final between South Carolina and Iowa. If you wonder why, well, it's simply the Caitlin Clark effect. Sure, she has a range like we've never seen before in women's basketball, and she has the stats to back it up. I mean, Steph's deep threes? Caitlin does that. Trae Young's court vision? Caitlin's got it. She is a generational talent. However, Caitlin Clark is not just redefining how the game is played, but also how it's watched. Care to know how she's influencing how it's watched? Then you should know that while she was sidelined this season, WNBA viewership dropped by 55%. Amazing! The Indiana Fever went from 1.8 million viewers to under 847,000 without her. And guess what? Her comeback game saw 2.2 million people tuning in to watch her play. So, if you're wondering what the Caitlin Clark effect is, then that is it, right there. It's simply the increased attention or popularity brought to women's basketball by none other than Caitlin Clark, and you can trace it to her time in college. As a junior for Iowa during the 2023 NCAA tournament, Caitlin Clark didn't just set tournament records in points and three-pointers, she was drawing casual viewers to the title game. At the time, the 2023 National Championship game set the women's college basketball viewership record with 9.9 million viewers. As far back as a junior, she was already proclaimed as the GOAT of TV ratings. Fast forward to her senior year of college, her game against Ohio State, where she surpassed Pete Maravich to become the NCAA Division I all-time leading scorer, averaged 3.39 million viewers, becoming the most watched women's regular season college basketball game on Fox and any network since 1999. Caitlin's first 3 games in the 2024 NCAA tournament each became the most viewed women's college basketball games before the Final Four. And her Final Four contest against UConn had 14.2 million viewers, breaking the women's college basketball viewership record. But Caitlin wasn't just breaking viewership records in college, she was setting and breaking records in attendance. Entering her senior season, her Iowa team sold out all of its home games for the first time ever. Before that, they had only sold out 3 regular season games in their history. The most expensive women's college basketball game of all time, with an average ticket price of $408, was Caitlin Clark's regular season finale against Ohio State. She was a superstar in college and now in the WNBA. Caitlin's impact is just as explosive. I mean, what better way to describe the Caitlin Clark effect than seeing one player lift an entire league to new heights? In Caitlin Clark's first professional season, the league's total attendance was up 48% from the previous year, and there were 154 sellouts with an average of 9,807 fans per game. Fever's jersey sales were up 1,000% and their attendance 250%. The Sparks, Las Vegas Aces, Washington Mystics and the Atlanta Dream all moved their home games to a larger arena just because Caitlin Clark was in town. The highest ever attendance for a regular season WNBA game is a Caitlin Clark game. What a surprise! And because of Caitlin Clark, ESPN ratings, well, they're through the roof. Ticket sales, instant sellouts. Jersey sales, she's topping the charts. The Caitlin Clark effect is turning women's basketball into a must-watch product, and NBA legends are recognizing that the WNBA is entering a new era, and it's all because of her. NBA legends are paying attention. One of the first sets of people to recognise the Caitlin Clark effect were NBA players and legends. They knew it in an instant that Caitlin Clark wasn't just college hype, that she was the real deal. I mean, it takes something for Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal to call Caitlin Clark the best female collegiate player ever when we know what Breanna Stewart, Diana Taurasi, Cheryl Miller, Maya Moore, to name a few, did in college. And yet Shaq saying that didn't feel out of place. In any case, 9 times NBA All-Star and 6-time member of the All-NBA team Paul George explained that the Caitlin effect isn't just numbers, but the culture shift, and that Caitlin is the rightful face of the WNBA. He explained that many amazing talents before Caitlin had been grinding to grow the game of basketball, to grow the viewership and attendance, and then came a young white guard from college and she caused an instant change, one like never seen before in the league. And as such, there is no denying it that causing that change makes her the face of the league. It goes without saying that Caitlin Clark is shifting the culture, just like Hall of Famers like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson did for the NBA. I mean, when Magic Johnson defined a superstar as a player who can sell out arenas on the road outside of LeBron and Steph, the only name that fits right now is Caitlin Clark. And Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton couldn't agree any less. When it comes to the game of basketball, she's probably top 5 most famous people that are playing right now, just in general. And that includes our league as well. I mean, she's a superstar, and really one of the first superstars that the W has had at that level. At the level she's at, I mean, what she's doing is amazing, Halliburton said. Another Hall of Famer who perfectly describes the importance of Caitlin Clark to the WNBA is LeBron James. LeBron has never shied away from expressing his support for Caitlin Clark. He has praised her publicly time and time again. And on an episode of his podcast, Mind the Game, the 4-time Finals MVP said, Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things are going to happen for the WNBA. And he's not wrong, is he? From ticket sales to jersey revenue, the whole league is winning right now, and Caitlin is at the centre of it. And for what it's worth, even some WNBA players and legends can't help but agree. WNBA players feel it too. Sue Bird has so far been one of the few WNBA legends who didn't shy away from crediting Caitlin Clark for the incredible changes the league has experienced since she got drafted. Sue Bird called Caitlin a pivotal figure in league history, saying, for the remainder of time, Caitlin will go down as the one who made the changes we are seeing in the WNBA. And Cheryl Miller is another name to have praised and defended Caitlin's impact on women's basketball. The Hall of Famer has publicly called out those who are trying to separate Caitlin Clark's talent from her impact. Big dummies. Cheryl believes the league is in a better place than it has ever been, and that's because of Caitlin Clark. And shockingly, it's an opinion that a few WNBA players have so far publicly admitted to. I mean, it's unusual to see any active WNBA player praise Caitlin Clark for her talent and impact, but so far Minnesota Lynx teammates Courtney Williams and Natisha Needman have publicly admitted that her influence is unmatched. They said this after they found out that the Fever had 8 of the top 40 vote getters in the All-Star voting. The whole starting 5 was on that list. Even folks that came off the bench was on that list, bro. That really showed the influence that Caitlin Clark got, Williams said. At this point, even other WNBA players and stars can't deny what they are witnessing, even though they never have to admit it. Caitlin Clark isn't just balling out, she's shifting the culture, and the league is riding the wave. In any case, basketball fans are feeling the Caitlin Clark effect, and most have had a thing or two to say about it. According to a user's comment, families are doing cross-country to watch Caitlin Clark. Another user commented, MJ did it with the NBA, Tiger did it with the PGA Tour, and now Clark is doing it for the WNBA. Now, if you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is definitely worth your time. See you again soon. Bye.